Welcome everybody to a World of Tanks replay. My name is Maxwell and today's replay is from the user RimVizCool in the T-54 on a standard battle on the highway. T-54 is a tier 9 medium tank for the Russians. Very, very good tank as well. Often you can call this game World of T-54 rather than World of Tanks, as this thing tends to outclass all other tier 9 medium tanks. In fact, it tends to outclass a lot of other tier 9 tanks in general. Only downside to this tank is its cannon. If we just take a look at the hard stats, damage of 320, penetration of 201. It does get a choice of two different guns. It can have a second cannon which has a little bit higher penetration, but to be honest the soft stats on it are terrible, as is the aiming time and the dispersion. You should always go for the cannon that has the lower penetration rather than the higher one, as it has much better aiming time and dispersion and all of that kind of lovely stuff that you really need. So, medium tank on the highway, gonna head to up the A and B line to number 1 and number 2. Going to try and maneuver himself so he can hit some of the enemy tanks in the back there. I'm going to try and get some shots on this Rheinmetall, but the Rheinmetall's got ridiculous camo value. And he's falling back already. It looks like the E-50's been taken out straight away. He's not having a very good time. The WZ-132 is already starting to fall back. You can see RimVizCool decides that discretion is the better part of valor. Sees that the enemy's got quite a lot of tanks on this northern flank. Obviously a lot of guys coming down the 1-2 line. So he decides to turn tail and run. Although we could call it more of a tactical withdrawal. Does get spotted as he's making his retreat. The Jagdpanther stubbornly refusing to go anywhere. He's going to stay in position. Everybody on this flank getting absolutely bombed by the enemy. He's not going to abandon the flank entirely. Just going to do the smart thing of seeing which way the wind was blowing and deciding to fall back into a further position in an effort to rain fire down on the enemy as they move forward. You can see landing a great shot on the side of this IS-8. IS-8 a little bit slow on the uptake there. Decides to back off at some point. Rim can only take out the tracks of this IS-8. But he did make the best choice he possibly could have, in my opinion, which was choosing when to fall back from this flank, not staying over there. Unfortunately, didn't quite spot the Panther in time. Made the mistake that we talked about the other day of tunnel visioning on this IS-8, not really seeing the Panther come over the top of the hill to take out the Jagdpanther. Possibly could have done a little bit more. Drops back more than 15 meters away from this bush, which means that when he fires, the bush won't become transparent, which is going to do wonders for his camo rating. Although the IS-8 is closing in now, to be honest, you could probably do with driving forward again to get the cover of the bush. IS-8 pushing down the flank regardless. The allies have lost quite a lot of tanks. They've in fact lost everybody from this flank apart from RimVizCool. He's still trying to take out this IS-8. And it just gives you an idea of how bad the penetration of this gun is, considering the IS-8 has really, really terrible armor, yet he's still unable to penetrate him. And you can tell when the bush is going to offer you the maximum amount of camo value is when it doesn't go see-through when you zoom right in. You know that it's still going to offer its camo value when you fire. If you get too close to a bush and it goes transparent when you're in sniper mode, that means as soon as you pull the trigger, that bush isn't going to count towards your camo value anymore. As it is though, this IS-8 still pushing forward undeterred. There's nobody else there to spot, so he's going to have to drop back even further, making a fighting retreat now. Jagdtiger for some reason telling them to report the T-54 as a bot. And let me assure you, he's not a bot. Allies not having a great time though, as they are losing this one 7 kills to 11. Can you silence people while you're watching a replay? Hopefully. Anyway, IS-8 moves in, has a shot, it bounces on Rimviz Cool, and Rim is going to be able to reload. Hopefully he can take him out. As you can see, once he gets in a lot closer, he is able to do some damage, able to pick out the weak spots of the IS-8. And then he's able to take him out. Going to go for the Panther now. You're going to have to ignore the chat, unfortunately, as there's nothing I can really do about that, unfortunately. Nothing I can do about muting the Jagdtiger here. He's going to close in. He knows that he's got the armor up close to be able to take on the Panther, so he just goes in, closes him down, takes him out. That's kill number 2. Very nicely played there. The T-54 tends to be very difficult to penetrate from the front regardless, but if you can get in and turret hug somebody, then you've got a fantastic chance of just surviving that one. Chi-Ri knows which way the wind is blowing, so he ducks down behind the hill. Doesn't want to take any more damage from the T-54. And that Jagdtiger is mad as hell for some reason in the chat there. For some reason, really, really mad at the T-54. Even though I'm pretty sure they were on opposite flanks, so I don't know what he could have done for to annoy him so badly. Well, again, we can just ignore the Jagdtiger because he is an ass clown. Unfortunate to not quite hit the Tiger 2 there, but did alert him to his presence. Tiger 2 did a snapshot though, and missed. Should be able to get a second shot before the Tiger 2 is able to fall back. T-34's tracked all the way back from the town to the base in an effort to try and offer some defense. And the two of them here hopefully will be able to fight off the attacking enemy team. The T-34 is going to be pretty good in this defense. As you can see, the shape of the land allows him to get into a nice hold down position. That is, unless an AMX 1390 appears from the side there. Unfortunately, Rim's going to have to leave him to his own devices, as he's got an SU-152 to worry about. Luckily, SU-152 snapped that shot and missed. He's going to be able to put a second one in. Hopefully, he should be able to reload before the ISU-152 is able to get into cover. There's going to be nothing he can do. That one misses. A little bit unfortunate on the part of Rimviz Cool there. Hopefully, this one isn't going to miss. It doesn't. Takes him out for kill number 3. AMX 1390 still pushing the T-34 away. And Rim's going to have to come around. Got to be careful though, as the AMX 1390 has the penetration to be able to do damage to him. And with that auto-loader, he may find it difficult. T-34 all the way at the back there. Not sure how healthy he's looking. He's still got over 1,000 hit points. And if he can get himself into a hold down position, he's going to be able to hold on for days. Beautiful shot to take out the Tiger 2 there. That's kill number 4. Now he's going to have to try and push down on the AMX 1390. You can't let the AMX 1390 disappear into the wilderness, because if he does, he's not going to be able to find him again. That tank is very, very quick. But it looks like the AMX 1390 is floundering around the bridge for some reason. Forgot the word for a thing that goes over things there. He's floundering around the bridge for some reason. Maybe he's got an ally just behind him, and he's trying to get some eyes on the T-34 for his allies. Allied team losing still at 11 kills to 13. 4 tanks left for the enemy team, 2 for the allies. The AMX 1390 up on the ridge. He's playing it very, very smart. So Rim just playing very, very cautious. Got Chi-Ri coming in from the side. He should be able to get a hit on the side, as that Chi-Ri's going to want to unload his auto-loader. Looks like the T-34 wasn't in a hold-down position for some reason, as he's taking serious damage from that Chi-Ri. Can Rim get a shot on him? He can indeed. That's kill number 5, and that was a beautifully played shot there. I probably would have choked that one myself, but looks like he is cool, calm, collected enough to take out the Chi-Ri. I'm going to try and keep the T-34 alive. Even if he's not going to be very useful, it is another target for the enemy team to fire at rather than himself, and it's another pair of eyes. Decides to fall back just in time for T-28 Prototype to pop his head over the top of the hill. T-28 Prototype, I think, may have fired there, or that may have been the T-34. Trying to put one in the cheeks And that was a lovely shot into the cheeks of the T-28 prototype. Did take some damage in return, straight through his turret by the looks of it. But he is reloaded. He's going to be lying in wait for this T-28 to show enough of himself for him to be able to take his shot. T-28 patiently waiting. But then Rim is also patient enough to be able to just wait this one out. Going to wait for the T-28. Nope, he takes some fire from the left-hand side. That looks like it's the AMX 1390. He's got to try and back off. Hopefully try and rely on his armor, as he hasn't really got any cover. Can he get back? It looks like he can. Either the AMX 1390 wasn't loaded enough, or his camo kicked back in, or he thought he wasn't going to be able to do any more damage. As it is, he's able to get away with still 300 hit points left. It's going to be a case of relocate and reposition now, though. All three enemy tanks in the same place. So he's going to get all the way to the red line at the edge of the map and try and push around. Somebody's in the cap circle. Not quite sure who that is, as he does have a view of most of the circle. But somebody is in there. He's going to have to find them. Not particularly quickly, as there is still a minute and 20 some on the clock for this base capture. But there's somebody in here. There it is. It's the Rheinmetall. He's behind a building. So it looks like Rim is going to have to close him down. Nope, Rheinmetall decides to poke himself out for some reason and gets himself killed. Now the AMX 1390 pushing in from that right-hand side. He noticed just in time to be able to spin around and get his front armor pointed at him. But he's got the T-28 behind. T-34 leaves him with a single hit point. And that is so unfortunate. Not sure if he lands that hit. He's going to have to close him down. This is going to be hope and pray time. He's got to rely on his armor. He's bounced 3 shots. He can probably take 1 or 2 from the AMX 1390 if he's lucky. Takes 1 in the side. Can he reload in time? He can indeed. That is the kill, and that is the victory. So absolutely nail-biting at the end there from Rim Viz Cool and the T-34, putting up an amazing defense of the base to pick up the victory. And he himself picked up almost 6,500 points of damage, 7 kills, and like I said, being absolutely instrumental in his team's victory. So awesome replay from you. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Don't forget, guys, if you've got yourself a replay, send that into replay@screenreality.com. The link for that's in the description. Just attach the replay file itself or the link to the What Replay website to the email, and I can check that one out for you. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, you found it useful, informative, you learned something, or you just thought it was fun, think about hitting that subscribe button, because there's a lot more World of Tanks content on this channel. I've been Maxwell, it's been a World of Tanks replay, and I will catch you guys next time.